What's up guys, Dick in here, and I want to get a little personal in this video. I'm releasing an album called Healing Cuts in a week on the 7th. I've been working on this album most of the year, and for these last month I've been working super hardcore on this album. Every day I burn a new CD of a new mix that I've made for this album, and we're right in the middle of mastering it and then releasing it. When I say releasing it on the 7th, that means I'm posting it on YouTube. It'll come to Spotify later, and I probably won't be printing any copies of it. I mean, I want to, but let's be honest. I know the truth. This album isn't going to sell. People aren't going to listen to it. People aren't going to buy it. And I might just have a few guys that jam to it and say it was good, but majority of the world doesn't care. I'm an underground artist, and I understand that. And that's basically what I'm trying to say in this video is, I don't make music for the money. I don't make it for the fame. This album was created to vent. This is my 6th album that I've put out within the last 10 years. And I took a 4-year break when I had my kid and went through a lot of stuff. And Healing Cuts is addressing that stuff. It is addressing one of the most painfulest times of my life and recovering from it. That's what Healing Cuts is. And that's what all my albums are. They're for me, to vent. I'm my own biggest fan. I don't like a lot of music, and I only listen to a few bands, so Healing Cuts for me is me writing a personal album that fits me, that speaks to me. And if it speaks to anyone else, if I can help anyone put down a knife to not cut, if I can help anyone to know that they're not alone, if you're going through the same struggles I did, have your hope. Have your strength. You know, that's really what Healing Cuts is about. At first. That's what the very first song is about. That's why I put it that way. Most of my albums I always put like a really strong first song about helping, about being strong. First lyrics of the song, it goes, I want to save the world with you. I want to heal your cuts. I have to. And so it just goes on to try to help. And then the other 4 songs are about my daughter and my ex, of course. Because, I mean, they're probably the most influence-driven thing in my life these last 5 years. I mean, one of them was everything to me, and then it just dropped off the bat. And one of them will always be everything to me, no matter what this world says. And that's why she gets the cover. That is the cover to Healing Cuts. I took that picture a long time ago. I had that picture picked out for quite a long time for Healing Cuts, even before I knew what songs were going on Healing Cuts. But I'm just saying to anyone that was going to listen to it, that will listen to it, that thinks I may have stopped, it's coming out in a week. The songs are done. Right now, they're just getting mastered, and it is very difficult to master an album. I want you to know now, if you're going to listen to it, it's not perfect. It's not studio. It is recorded here in my room, my own equipment, my own guitar, on this program called Reaper that I fell in love with and I learned quite a lot how to use in these last few months. And I'm extremely proud of this album. I think it's my best album. And I also think that the next album I'm putting out in October, called A Little Torture, will be my best album because the songs on there are so just kick. I love them so much. And they're also getting over what I wrote in A Little Torture. Because A Little Torture is saying what needs to be said about the stuff that went down in my life. It is another documentary about what happened in my life and how things are going and how things are changing, and that's what my albums are. They're moments in my life. I dedicate this album to Harley. And in a sense, it's a death album. I went in this going, if I could only make one more album and I would die after I put it out, what would I say? What would I do? What would I put out? That's what Healing Cuts is. And if it's only for me, and if it's only to get stuck somewhere in a closet, and Harley plays it when she's 10, 20, 30, and it helps her through the hard times, and if I'm gone, and she knows her father loved her so much, and still does, in whatever afterlife exists, and always did and always will, that's the goal for Healing Cuts, period. It ain't gonna sell a single copy. It might not get 1 plays. You guys might not even get 500 views on all 5 of the songs I post here next Friday. Probably won't. I'm not expecting it to. So I'm writing it for me. And the moment I post it, it's done. There's no more mastering it, no more editing it. We're gonna move on to A Little Torture coming out in October, which is the next album. It's gonna be heavier. This one's acoustic. It's 2 acoustic guitars, a bass, drums, and my vocals. That's all it is. It's straight up raw. It's underground as you'll ever find. And I'm just excited to have it done. You know, it's a little bit depressing putting it out because I know no one's gonna listen, but it's so good to finally have it out, to have something, to put it out. Because it's been like 5 years since putting out an album. I was going pretty strong, but then I had a kid and a lot of stuff happened, and I kind of just drifted out of it. I'm trying to get back into it. That's not saying I'll play shows. That's not saying I'll try to promote it hardcore. But it's saying that I'm still here and I still love music and I'm still going to write it till the day I die, till the day I pass it on to Harley and I have to leave her side. And she carries on my legacy, whatever band she sets, whatever lyrics she writes, whatever she does. That's the strength I want to give her. And if I do that, then I am happy with whatever became of my life. That's my goal in life for her. That's it. And I point because she's asleep in my bed right now. But yeah, I'm rambling a little bit, but Healing Cuts is coming out in a week, and Healing Cuts was written during a super, super depressed, hard time, of which I'm still going through one of the roughest times of my life. It takes me back to times where I used to cut myself, and I named it Healing Cuts for that reason. I wrote this album to heal my cuts. And if it's not only for me and Harley, if for some reason, somehow, someone right here listens to the album and it helps you guys put down that knife, it helps you get through that time, then it's also for that. And I'm glad I could help you with that. I really am. And I hope that music does that. I mean, we all dream one day of being like, oh yeah, we made it. Everyone listens to our stuff. We're going on a huge tour bus, a huge tour. I'm going to play all these songs and it's going to save people's lives and got to make money off this so I don't have to work dead-end jobs and I can actually feel secure and I can actually get healthcare and dental plan and not be so rugged and rough looking. And it's never going to happen, but we can all dream. I can fake it until I make it, even if I never make it, because at least it'll motivate me to keep going. And I can't wait to keep going. For Harley, for myself, for anyone watching this that gives a damn. It's been 8 minutes. If you're still watching this, thank you. You know? Music's been dead for a long time. It doesn't sell unless you're pop star, rap star, and some rare rock stars. But music doesn't sell, you know that. And I bootlegged my last few CDs that I've liked. The New Man Zingers bootlegged. New William Control bootlegged. But I'll tell you, I went to their shows, bought some of their merch, shout them out in a video that won't get watched. It's hard. That's when you make it for the passion, for the love, for the heart, to heal the cuts. Not for the money, not for the fame. Just to keep your soul in check. So yeah. It's kind of a real video from the heart. Healing Cuts comes out in a week. I'm working really hard on it. Every single night I'm mixing it better and burning new CDs for me to listen to at my job while I work and to make sure it's as good as I can get it. But I think by the week, I'm going to have it as good as I can possibly get it for being what it is. I'm going to need to release it, put it out, and move on to the next album, which is going to be called A Little Torture. Thank you guys for watching. This is kind of a real video. Probably won't even get 100 views, but it's from the heart, and it's my honest opinion about what Healing Cuts is going to be here soon, and about not being alone. And I hope it helps somebody. Somebody else besides me and Harley. I hope at least one person out there listens to it, and they don't feel as lonely, as sad, and it helps them put down the knife, to help them put down anything, to help them not punch themselves in the face, to help that anger go away, and to know that they're not alone. You are not alone.
Say a prayer, I could say my hand, I could say arms, I could save you. I have to save your life. I just have to. One